We are tearing down the brutal math behind those massive societal debt traps. You know, the oversized cars and those suffocating mortgages. And we're charting a very real, psychological roadmap to actual financial freedom. It's kind of this wild journey where hard numbers meet your actual brain chemistry. Let me ask you something. Have you ever found yourself lying awake at 3 a.m., just staring at the ceiling, doing frantic mental math about money? You're living paycheck to paycheck, terrified that the next check engine light or some random medical bill is going to completely wipe you out. It's a very specific, paralyzing kind of midnight anxiety, isn't it? Section 1. The Modern Wealth Illusion. To actually escape that 3 a.m. panic, we gotta look at what's causing it. Society basically sells us this incredibly stressful fantasy wrapped up as the American dream. And somehow we have completely normalized literal financial insanity just to keep up the appearance of success. We are willingly trading our biological peace of mind, literally spiking our stress hormones, just to look rich to the neighbors. And honestly, nowhere is this absurd trade-off more obvious than right in our own driveways. Which brings us to part 2, the car payment trap. Now, what's really interesting here is how we've shifted from just buying reliable transportation to financing these massive, depreciating status symbols that absolutely devour our incomes. Brace yourself for this stat. The average new car payment in America, it just crossed the $700 mark. And if you're eyeing one of those gleaming new trucks or SUVs dominating the roads, you're routinely staring down a suffocating $900 to $1,200 every single month. People are literally paying rent prices just to park a vehicle outside their house. And here is how people try to afford it. They stretch out the loans. Follow this timeline with me. In year 1, you sign an 8-year loan just to get that monthly payment down to something manageable. But by year 3 or 4, you kind of want a newer car. The problem is, thanks to depreciation, you owe way more than the car is actually worth. So you trade it in, and the dealership just rolls that negative equity right into your next loan. Fast forward to year 8, and you're trapped on this terrifying financial hamster wheel, literally paying for cars you don't even own anymore. And this brilliantly illustrates the real cost of that lifestyle over a 7-year stretch. Think about a typical truck buyer. Factoring in an $800 payment, crazy high insurance, gas, maintenance, they sink over $130,000 into transportation. And that truck, it'll be worth maybe 15 grand at the end of it all. But if you took that same $800 a month and invested it at an 8% return, you'd have built over $70,000 in real, tangible wealth. We are literally destroying our wealth just to have heated seats. Part 3, the $500,000 house myth. We are constantly fed this narrative that we have to buy a home, but buying a $500,000 starter home on an $84,000 median income, mathematically, it's impossible. Let's rapid fire the brutal math on this. Say you scrape together a 10% down payment. That leaves a $450,000 loan. The mortgage itself is $2,850. But wait, add in $500 for property taxes, $300 for skyrocketing insurance, a conservative $417 for maintenance, and another $300 for private mortgage insurance, which is basically just a poverty penalty for not having 20% down. The actual hidden monthly payment, a crushing $4,367. Now see what that actually does to a solidly upper middle class couple making 160 grand a year. This is the reality of being house poor. Housing is consuming a staggering 46% of their take-home pay, almost half. Once they cover car loans, student loans, and groceries, they are literally one broken air conditioner away from total financial disaster. So sure, they technically own the house, but the reality is, the house totally owns them. So if trying to keep up appearances with these massive trucks and huge mortgages just traps us in pure survival mode, what actually creates wealth? Let's pivot our narrative right here. We're moving from the dark, stressful reality of debt traps into the bright, clean, solutions-oriented half of our explainer. Part 4, the $10,000 psychological shift. Listen, I don't want you to think of $10,000 as just some arbitrary financial target. No, this is a profound biological turning point where your identity shifts from a reactive consumer to a proactive saver. So the crucial point is right here, the emergency fund effect. The true power of this money isn't in what you can buy with it. It's the psychological peace of mind you get just from knowing it's there. 10 grand makes you effectively immune to most everyday financial disasters. A blown tire, an unexpected medical bill, a sudden home repair. You don't panic anymore. It's just a minor inconvenience. And the impact this has on your brain chemistry is absolutely staggering. Hitting that 5-figure bank balance literally drops your cortisol levels. That's your body's main stress hormone. Decision fatigue totally disappears. You're no longer doing exhausted mental math at the grocery store, trying to decide between name brand and generic pasta just to survive the week. Your sleep quality improves dramatically, and your whole mindset shifts from just trying to survive until Friday to actually looking for long-term opportunities. Part 5, the $20,000 compound effect. Think of saving this next chunk of money like pushing a really heavy boulder up a steep hill. It takes immense sacrifice, tons of discipline. But once you hit 20,000, that boulder finally crests the top of the hill and starts rolling down the other side. Gravity is finally working for you because hitting this number unlocks what we call walking away money. A $20,000 buffer fundamentally changes your entire career trajectory. If your workplace is toxic, you can just leave. You can negotiate for raises and promotions from a position of absolute power and confidence rather than fear and desperation. And ironically, having that confidence makes you infinitely more successful at your job. Let's move to and see how this builds, because the magical acceleration of compound interest here is just incredible. Step 1, let's say it takes you 19 grueling months of saving and investing to hit your first 20K. Step 2, your second 20,000 only takes 17 months, because your investments are actually doing some of the heavy lifting for you. Step 3, fast forward to when you have a $400,000 portfolio and your investments generate that next 20 grand in just 5 months. It's like a snowball effect. Just consider the basic math for a second. A conservative 10% return on a $20,000 investment generates $2,000 a year. That is meaningful, life-changing money that just flows into your account while you sleep. You didn't have to clock in for it. Your money is literally out there working for you, multiplying your options without you lifting a single finger. Part 6, real wealth is freedom. We absolutely have to stop destroying our financial futures by chasing this ridiculous illusion of status and start aggressively chasing genuine options. I love this quote. Real wealth is freedom, not equity you can't touch. Having some actual breathing room in your monthly budget and being able to sleep peacefully at night is infinitely more valuable to your human experience than a shiny new $80,000 truck in the driveway or a massive mortgage that chains you to a job you absolutely hate. So I'm going to leave you with this final, provocative thought. The next time you're faced with a massive purchase, challenge yourself. Ask, am I buying an asset or am I just buying anxiety? Start viewing your money through the lens of psychological peace. Take that first step, stay consistent, and go hit that first $10,000 milestone. It won't just change your bank account, I promise you, it'll completely transform your life.